Today on Newsbeat, Alabama students protest modern-day racism.
A law student gets booked on charges before morning classes. And the inspirational story of cheer coach Chico Garcia.
All this and more.
Newsbeat starts right now. Good evening, I'm Michael Edmondson.
And I'm Ambry Washington. Thanks for joining us. Students at the University of Alabama protest what they view as segregation within the Greek system. Hundreds of students, teachers, and local residents participated in a silent march across school grounds. The demonstration comes after the university officials admitted certain decisions were based on race during this year's sorority recruitment. Last year, the university student-run newspaper claimed a Greek sorority blocked 2 African-American women from pledging. University President Judy Boner has instructed the all-white sororities to reopen their binding process to new members. Under the university's new plan, the maximum allowable size for sororities will be expanded to 360 people to provide more chances for prospective members.
An LSU law student was arrested yesterday for allegedly raping a woman over the weekend. According to The Advocate, third-year law student Abdelatif Duvall was arrested Wednesday morning for allegedly raping a woman over the weekend. Duvall was taken into custody at the beginning of class. Duvall is being held in lieu of a $100,000 bond. LSU is on top once again. U.S. News and World Reports has ranked the top 200 universities, and LSU is number 135 on the list. Despite budget cuts and the flight of several faculty members, LSU still remains a nationally competitive school. And the magazine cites LSU's outstanding graduation rate, financial resources, and faculty resources as the reasons why. Training and Development Coordinator for Human Resources, Shanisha Jenkins, understands why LSU looks good to the rest of the world.
It's no surprise that they're still nationally recognized. This is what we work for. This is what we strive for every day. So with the research that we're doing here and everything that we're conducting to improve our students here and their learning, it's no surprise at all.
This is the 6th year in a row that LSU has been on the top tier of this list. By the way, Princeton was number 1.
Between classes and events, there are plenty of students who walk our campus at night. However, there are also hidden dangers. Reporter explains why student transit is a safe choice for students.
Campus transit is different from Tiger Trails because it has no set routes. Riders choose the stops. Director of LSU Parking and Transportation Services, Gary Graham, tells the purpose of transit.
It is a mechanism by which we can provide safe transportation at night for students on campus. We carry about an average of about 500 a night.
Graham gives his reason for encouraging students to use it.
It's a heck of a lot safer than walking, obviously.
Electrical engineering grad student Usman Farouk explains why it's not safe to walk.
There's a lot of greenery around here, okay? Even though there's a lot of lighting fixtures and stuff, you have to understand that there's a lot of areas that are totally dark and you can't really see, So, there's all kinds of stuff that can happen, both to male and female students.
While transit is safer than walking, it still isn't safe to wait on it alone at night. You can give transit a phone number to call you at when they arrive instead of waiting outside. There is also a way to tell when the bus is getting close.
You can track the location of the buses at all times.
The transit buses are linked to the TransLock phone app that uses GPS signals to show riders where the bus is on a map. Campus Transit takes you anywhere on campus 7 nights a week. For Tiger TV, I'm Erica Johnston.
Visit the Parking and Transportation Services website to learn more about how transit can help you get home safely.
Retired broadcaster Larry King and former Governor Edwin Edwards did not generate enough ticket revenue last weekend that many had hoped for. The LSU Student Union Theater lost out on $45,000 and had several empty seats. LSU spokesman Ernie Ballard says the attendance varies for different shows and that the university is not looking to turn a profit on the shows they choose to put on.
Certainly, LSU cheerleading coach Chico Garcia inspires his team. However, as reporter Bradley Williams explains, Garcia's personal story is also inspiring others to live their lives to the fullest under any circumstances.
Being active isn't anything new to Chico Garcia. Garcia began cheering in high school and continued in college at LSU, where he then started to coach. A boating accident in 2011 left Garcia paralyzed from the neck down. After the accident, the Cheering for Chico campaign started to raise awareness and donation for Garcia's surgeries and rehabilitation. Garcia overcame many obstacles to coach cheerleading again at LSU. He discusses his own reinvention, overcoming thoughts of suicide, and dealing with not wanting to live the life he was living.
The type of person that your hobby, your interest, your likes are all dealing with activity, and then you become somebody like me that becomes paralyzed and becomes a quad and has no movement whatsoever. That takes away every single thing that you've dreamt of, that you've done, that you want to do, and that you possibly thought of other things else to do. So for me, it's basically like ripping your identity of who you are right now today. Just rip that out and you got to start fresh.
Garcia chooses to be happy. He believes that allows him to keep going. He inspires others and wants to help people improve their lives. LSU cheerleader Dylan Hoffpower feels inspired by Garcia's strength to live his life to the fullest.
This accident and what happened to him, those big things can't even stop a person. So even though you might think that, he did a sport that requires your entire body, every muscle in your body. And now he's completely paralyzed from the neck down, and he still comes to practice, he still coaches us, and he still comes to every sport, every event with us. So why should, little things stop me when he can get through something so big like that?
Friend and former LSU cheerleading teammate Kate Stone feels that Garcia puts things into perspective for her.
I think him getting up out of bed every single day just is an inspiration, and I can never imagine or even start to think about what he goes through every day. So just his will is what inspires me.
The thought of being an inspiration was something new to Chico.
And anybody on the street you see them, they got something, I just start talking to them, start helping them out. If I can help you out, you know what, that makes me happy and I did a good deed for the day.
The LSU community is in support of Chico and his mission to inspire others. For Tiger TV, I'm Bradley Williams.
Garcia plans to open a business called I Inspire Others to speak to people across the country about his story.
Well, it looks like we finally got some rain for today.
I know, it's been really nice. So stay with us as coming up, weatherman Jake Robles shines some light on the weekend forecasts. Stay with us.
Good evening, LSU. I'm Jake Robles, and this is the weather. This morning has been mostly sunny with high temperatures reaching 88 degrees, but around 3:30 though, we started having some rain clouds move in. This should increase up until nightfall and will probably give us a 30% chance of rain. The low for tonight is going to be about 72 degrees, so the temperature should feel a little nice. Look forward to a comfortable but slightly wet Thirsty Thursday. As for tomorrow, it will stay partly cloudy in the morning with a high temperature of 88 degrees. Once the evening comes around, the sun will disappear because it gon' rain. If you're having a Friday football party, expect thunderstorms coming and going throughout the night with an 80% chance of rain. Now to your 5-day forecast. Rain, rain, go away, come again some other day. This is the first SEC football weekend, and we have rain. Today through Saturday night, expect the chance of precipitation to increase from 30 to 70%. As you can see, Mr. Sunny Sunday will take away the rain for a much less wet school week. But now it's time for your favorite moment of the week, game day forecast. The Auburn Tigers won't know what hit them, either by our defensive line or by the 70% chance of rain. I can already tell this SEC rival will be running scared. During tailgate time, expect rain, rain, rain. I've been saying rain all day, I swear. And maybe a moderate amount of alcohol, if you're 21. As for a kickoff forecast, the chance of rain is never plus 70. It wouldn't hurt to bring a rain jacket. Finally, don't forget it's going to be the gold game. So if enough of you wear gold, the rain might mistake us for a sun and run off. That's all the time I have for you today, so don't forget to check Tiger TV for your up-to-date campus weather report every day. I'm Jake Robles. Back to you guys.
Coming up after the break, we'll hear from Katie Stewart in our weekly Student Organization Spotlight.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. I'm Katie Stewart, keeping you organized with all things student organizations. LSU has many student organizations dedicated to service, but LSU's Relay for Life team in particular has only one goal in common: to make cancer a thing of the past. Since 2001, Colleges Against Cancer has provided students across the country the opportunity to bring the fight against cancer to campus. Colleges Against Cancer's LSU organization provides students the opportunity to become a young leader, give back to their community, and raise awareness for a disease that has affected so many. Sophomore member and survivorship chairperson Emily Newcomb believes in the power of young adults and the LSU student body. Newcomb and other Relay for Life members are passionate about giving a voice to young adults and providing an outlet to invoke positive change for future generations. LSU's Relay for Life's biggest fundraiser is their relay held each spring. Separate from Baton Rouge's Relay for Life held in October, LSU's relay takes place on the parade grounds where students, faculty, and staff can create teams that walk to raise awareness and funds for the American Cancer Society. LSU's Relay for Life organization is looking for members and volunteers to help with their efforts and will be holding info meetings next Tuesday and Thursday in 143 Coates Hall. Don't miss out on this opportunity to give back such an amazing cause. Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Student Organization Spotlight. I'm Katie Stewart. Keep it organized, LSU. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Katie. That's all the time that we have for Newsbeat today.
But hey, Tigers, be sure to wake up early to see the Rivalry Express bus with anchor Robin Meade, who will be parked outside of Walk-Ons tomorrow morning. Come out and cheer them on. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here on Monday.
And have a great weekend.